Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the David English Academy. I'm David Sugarman, and I'm here to help you improve your English in a fun and simple, fun way. And basically, today we're going to be going over phrasal verbs. This is a review lesson for people that have had lessons with me or with one of my teachers. This is a way to continue with the series of the grammar, and we're going to be going over phrasal verbs right now. If you want to have more practice, you can go to davidenglish.info and check that out. So let's get started. So why are phrasal verbs so important? First of all, native speakers use them all the time, and learning them helps you sound more natural and fluent. And that's what we want to do. We want to sound more natural and fluent, right? Phrasal verbs are everywhere. Okay, they're in business, travel, relationships, and casual talk. Example, instead of saying cancel, people often say, let's call off. For example, we had to call off the meeting, which means we had to cancel the meeting. And when I say we had to call off the meeting, that means we had to cancel the meeting. Another thing you should know is that they are often more common than formal verbs. So you're going to hear them a lot more, and they're actually preferred more in spoken English. Example, formal, he departed from the airport at 6 a.m. You can also say in a more natural way, he took off at 6 a.m. And also phrasal verbs can change the meaning completely. For example, break up can mean end a relationship. They broke up last year. Break in can be like, we forced the entry. Someone broke in last night. Break down can mean to stop working. My car broke down on the highway, for example. So as soon as you take the word break and then add another preposition to it, it can change the meaning completely. Phrasal verbs help with listening and understanding natives. If you don't know phrasal verbs, you might misunderstand conversations. For example, a native speaker might say, we need to wrap up the meeting. And if you don't know that wrap up means to finish, then you may get confused. Before we begin the exercise, I do want to give you some interesting facts about phrasal verbs. Let me read them out to you. There are thousands of phrasal verbs in English. Some estimates suggest over 5,000 phrasal verbs exist. Remember, the same phrasal verb can have multiple meanings. Example, take off. The plane took off at noon. That means to leave the ground. His business took off quickly. That means that it became successful. He took off his jacket actually means he removed his jacket. Phrasal verbs confuse even advanced learners. Since their meanings aren't always obvious, many English learners struggle with them. One last fact that you should know is that they are different in British and American English. For example, British English, I will ring up my friend, and American English, I will call up my friend. Two different phrasal verbs meaning the same thing. Now I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, give me a like, a thumbs up, and send this to a friend that might need help. If you want to do more exercises, you can go to davidenglish.info and practice more on my website. Here we go. Let's do this. Number 1, she takes off, puts on, or takes up her shoes before entering the house. What do you think? She takes off her shoes before entering the house, which means like to remove. Number 2, they need to take off, put on, or set up the presentation for the meeting. What do you think the answer is? If you think the answer is set up, you're right. They need to set up the presentation for the meeting. Number 3, It's sunny today. Don't forget to set up sunscreen, put off sunscreen, or put on sunscreen. What do you think the answer is? If you guessed put on, that's the right answer. Don't forget to put on your sunscreen. Good job. Number 4, I can't wait to try on this new jacket, puts on this new jacket, or take on this new jacket. What do you think the answer is? If you thought try on this new jacket, that's the answer. I can't wait to try on this new jacket. Number 5, the meeting was put off, put on, or take off because of the bad weather. What do you think the answer is? The meeting was put off because of the bad weather. Excellent job. I just want to say, keep going. You're doing amazing. Let's keep going. Number 6, he takes off, he puts on, he takes up his new watch and admired it in the mirror. He takes off his new watch, he puts on his new watch. What do you think the answer is? He puts on his new watch and admired it in the mirror. Very good. Number 7, the hotel room was take off with flowers, put on with flowers, or set up with flowers for their anniversary. What do you think the answer is? If you guessed set up, you are correct. The hotel room was set up with flowers for their anniversary. Let's go to number 8. She needs to try on the dress, puts on the dress, or take on the dress before deciding to buy it. What do you think the answer is? If you guessed try on the dress, you were right. She needs to try on the dress before deciding to buy it. Let's continue to number 9. You're doing amazing. The party will at 7 p.m. will put off at 7 p.m., will put on at 7 p.m., or take off at 7 p.m. What do you think the answer is? Which one is correct? Which one fits? If you chose take off, you were right. The party will take off at 7 p.m. Let's go to number 10. They were excited to the new project. They were excited to try on the new project, to put on the new project, or to take on the new project. What do you think the answer is? What fits best? They were excited to take on the new project. Wow, you're doing amazing. Number 11. They were excited to check out the new restaurant, put off the new restaurant, or take up the new restaurant in town. What do you think the answer is? What sounds good to you? If you chose check out the new restaurant, you were right. They were excited to check out the new restaurant in town. 12. She always with her work on time. She always keeps up with her work on time. She always puts off with her work on time. She always looks for her work on time. What do you think the answer is? If you chose she always keeps up with her work on time, then you were right. Number 13, we need to the meeting until next week. We need to put off the meeting until next week. We need to set up the meeting until next week, or we need to give in the meeting until next week. Which one do you think the right answer is? If you chose put off, you are correct. We need to put off the meeting until next week. Let's go to number 14. He showed up during his presentation at the conference. He took on during his presentation at the conference, or he put in during his presentation at the conference. What do you think the answer is? If you chose he showed up during his presentation at the conference, you were right. 15, she, the task immediately. She put off the task immediately. She took up the task immediately, or she checked out the task immediately. What do you think the answer is? I'm going to go with she took up the task immediately, but you could also say that she put off the task immediately and she checked it out. They're all okay, but I want to be positive here. So she took up the task immediately. The last round of 5 questions. Do you think you can do it? Let's see. Here we go. 16. Can you fill in the form before sending it, put out the form, or look into the form before sending it? What do you think the answer is? If you chose fill in the form, you were right. Can you fill in the form before sending it? Number 17. The event at the local community center. They set up the event at the local community center. They looked for the event at the local community center, or they took on the event at the local community center. Which one is the best suited for this question? I'm going to go with they set up the event at the local community center. Very good. Number 18, he put in a lot of time. He looked into a lot of time. He gave up a lot of time in researching the topic. What do you think the answer is? I'm going to go with he put in a lot of time in researching the topic. You can also say that maybe he gave up a lot of his time as well, but I want to say that he put in, meaning like he invested a lot of time. Number 19, a solution to the problem. We came up with a solution to the problem. We put off a solution to the problem, or we looked into a solution to the problem. What do you think is the best one for this sentence? I'm going to go with we came up with a solution to the problem, because we all the time come up with solutions. And 20, the very last one, we're here. Let's do it. And again, if you want more exercises, check out my website at davidenglish.info and you could do more. She needs to catch up with the report. She needs to give up the report, or she needs to hand in the report before the deadline. What do you think is the most compatible phrasal verb? I'm going to go with she needs to hand in the report before the deadline. Guys, thank you so much. You did amazing. I want you to try. I want you to consider all the phrasal verbs you know and create sentences using them in practice. And you can write them in the comments. And again, you're just going to get better by practicing. So I'm just going to read off the phrasal verbs. I think we've done enough practice today. So here's the answer key. We got take off, we got set up, we got put on, we got try on, put off, puts on, set up, try on, takes off, and take on. On this, we have check out, keeps up, put off, showed up, took up, fill in, set up, put in, came up with, and hand in. Those were all the phrasal verbs we did today. And remember, there are over 5,000 of them. So you have to practice to get better. Remember, for more information, visit and follow my social media accounts. Would love to see you there. Check out davidenglish.info, and good luck, everybody. See you in the next video.
Hi, how are you today? If you would like to elevate your English level where people actually understand you, where you're not making mistakes, where you're not confused, where you have control of your English, then you're in the right place. My name is David Sugarman. I've been teaching business English for over 12 years, and I can really help you. Currently, right now, I'm teaching in big companies like Diplomat Israel, like IKEA, and others. If you would like to hear more information, please reach out to me over here. Bye for now.